Bob Lazar just cracked the Buga Sphere's code, and what he discovered could change everything we thought we knew about life, technology, and the universe. Imagine a quiet night in Buga, Colombia. A streak of light slices across the sky, too fast to be a falling star. Then a deep thud shakes the earth. Windows vibrate, animals shift nervously in their pens, and a sense of something unusual hangs in the air. By morning, villagers discover a strange, perfectly round metal sphere resting in a shallow dent in the soil. And what they found next would baffle scientists around the world. This isn't just any mysterious object. This is the Buga Sphere. And when Bob Lazar entered the investigation, what he uncovered pushed the boundaries of science and reality into entirely new territory. The Buga Sphere, about the size of a medicine ball, looked untouched despite its violent arrival. No dents, no cracks, no burn marks. Its surface felt cold, even in the sun, almost as if it ignored the heat around it. Videos from locals revealed something even stranger. The surface shimmered with a perfect smoothness, almost like liquid frozen mid-motion. Scientists rushed to the site with the most advanced tools. Drills, diamond cutters, even high-tech lasers, nothing could scratch it. Portable microscopes revealed no seams, no welds, and no grain lines. One expert remarked that it felt grown, not built. And as they continued their tests, the sphere began to defy physics itself. Sunlight didn't reflect normally, it bent around the sphere, creating a shifting halo that changed depending on your position. And when a generator was brought near, the sphere emitted a steady hum that changed slightly depending on the electrical source. It was as if the object was alive, aware of its surroundings. Then came the markings, a ring of 24 repeating glyphs encircling its equator, separated by 6 thin dividers. Researchers scanned every database they had, ancient, modern, global, but the symbols matched nothing. No language, no code, nothing. Yet there was an unmistakable precision, a sense of purpose. Imaging scans revealed even more astonishing details. Inside, the sphere wasn't solid metal. It had layers that resembled biological tissue, overlapping like muscle fibers. At its core, a branching network of copper-like strands radiated from a dark central node, almost like neural pathways. The geometry matched harmonic ratios found in living cells and magnetic fields. It was then that the team brought in AI. After running pattern recognition, something shocking emerged. The 24 glyphs on the surface matched the electrical charge layout of a specific 24 amino acid neuropeptide, a molecule that carries signals between cells. The implications were staggering. These symbols weren't meant to be read by humans. They weren't decorative or coded messages. They were instructions for the sphere itself, similar to how molecules in our bodies regulate growth, movement, and memory. The sphere wasn't just an object, it was alive in its own way. At this point, Bob Lazar enters the story. Known for his controversial claims about studying advanced propulsion at classified facilities, Lazar had experience with materials that didn't behave like anything on Earth. Metals that could manipulate fields, reactors with unknown energy sources, and systems controlled by patterns rather than switches. When he saw the Buga Sphere, he immediately recognized something familiar in the electromagnetic patterns. Unlike others, Lazar approached the sphere not as a machine, but as a field system, designed to sense and respond, almost like a living mind. He focused on the copper network inside, each branch aligned with one of the strange external symbols. By altering electromagnetic fields around the sphere, Lazar noticed the internal network reacted precisely to each symbol. Each glyph triggered a specific response, while the 6 divider marks acted as reset points, restarting the cycle. Through countless tests, Lazar built a model of the sphere using copper wires and a thin metal shell. While it didn't replicate the sphere's full capabilities, it mirrored the reaction patterns. This proved that the glyphs were not decoration. They were a geometric operating script. The copper network was the processor, the symbols were commands, and external frequencies were triggers activating each step. Once Lazar understood the patterns, he ran a digital simulation of the sphere's behavior. Most inputs produced quiet internal shifts, but one exact combination changed everything. The model's internal network began to pulse rhythmically, almost as if alive. These pulses pulses mirrored patterns in human brains during memory formation, with embedded emotional signatures, bursts of fear, calm, and then euphoria. It wasn't random. It was reacting to its own internal blueprint, almost like it was aware of itself. Then the real sphere did something extraordinary. The lab recorded 24 pulses followed by 6 moments of silence, repeating perfectly, matching the exact structure of the symbols. The sphere was no longer passive, it had activated, and it began interacting with its environment. Sensors buried at the original impact site detected faint signals underground. They formed branching networks, connecting seemingly independently with the surrounding Earth. Even nearby radios picked up the repeating 24-pulse pattern. The sphere's influence had spread far beyond its immediate location. Lazar issued a stark warning. Fully activating the sequence might trigger the sphere in ways no one could predict. Yet the data suggested the sphere wasn't a single device. It was a node in a larger network, possibly spread across vast distances. As researchers monitored the signals, patterns emerged that resembled early neural development in living organisms. Separate pulses linked together, forming a network that behaved like a shared consciousness. The sphere wasn't just following instructions, it was learning and adapting. Leaked reports revealed that the final pulse formed a complete loop. In systems engineering, this indicates startup completion. The system is ready for its next action. The chilling question remained: if the sphere was a key, what exactly had been unlocked? The possibility began to sink in. Humans may have triggered a network built with biological logic, capable of interacting with life itself. The signals were spreading, the network was growing, and the system was learning. And somewhere potentially far beyond Columbia, the other nodes might have already started to respond. So what do we know for sure? The Buga Sphere is not a weapon, propulsion device, or power source. Its internal network mirrors biological systems, neural pathways, adaptive tissue-like layers, and chemical signaling analogs. The 24 glyphs and 6 dividers form a geometric operating script that directs the sphere's behavior. The sphere is capable of detecting electromagnetic and bioelectric fields and may react to the presence of living things. The sphere signals do not only lie within the object, but may indicate that the object is part of a larger structure, able to learn and adapt and act in response to the external stimuli. Simply put, the Buga Sphere is a biosynthetic machine, but not to operate as a conventional object, rather as a living system. It is a technology-life interface, a machine that thinks, reacts, and even may communicate in ways human beings only start to comprehend. And this brings the final question: what would happen in case the rest of the network responds? The warnings of Lazar indicate that we are not sure. The sphere can only be a fragment of a far greater, interconnected structure, a structure that humans have accidentally turned on. The Buga Sphere questions all what we believe about technology, biology, and consciousness. It is not science fiction, but it is real, and it is here. And the worlds where thinking, feeling, and learning machines may be, the boundary between life and artificial thinking, is revealed to us by the work of Bob Lazar, who cracks its code. So next time you look up at the sky, remember, sometimes what falls from the heavens isn't just a meteor or debris. It could be a window into intelligence far beyond our own. The question isn't just what the Buga Sphere is, but what it's waiting for, and who or what might answer. Thank you for staying with us to the end. If you want more stories that challenge reality and explore the unexplained, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell.